Welcome to No Time to Explain. This is a game published and developed by Tiny Build in 2011 or so. And you're this guy who's really good at dancing, and you got visited by this guy who is you, who wants you to save the future because you're him and he is you. In this game, you got a nice laser gun in which you are trapped by this crab hand, and you go through portals and stuff. And your laser gun also shoots stuff, so that's pretty neat, like crabs and UFOs, because why not? It's all a good, grand old time. The controls of this game aren't really too complicated. All you have to do is use your mouse to point and shoot your laser gun to break stuff and propel yourself places. You also got your WASD keys per usual, and those don't really do that much because your laser gun is usually used for pretty much everything. There's two kinds of levels: the normal platformy levels and the the boss levels. Like, you got that big old shark guy and you got the nice crab guy. Those are pretty cool, cause yeah. So then also, what's a game without hats? So you got hats. Here you got hard hat if you fly high enough, which I did. That was pretty neat. Yeah, and in this game there's obviously shortcuts, like lots of platformers. If you look hard enough, you can find the shortcuts, and it's great. Here's a nice shortcut. Wow, I climb over stuff. That's pretty neat. And after all that, you go car and you go boom, and then you got the shotgun guy who shoots the shotguns, and he just launches himself around everywhere with his classy little shotgun, which makes you fly. And apparently he's loved by the masses who wants to take pictures of him and stuff, because he's a football player or something. Obviously, why wouldn't he be? That's obvious. The shotgun jumps are kind of reminiscent of like TF2 and Quake type grenade jumps, but this is different. This is No Time to Explain. Obviously, with No Time to Explain, there's lots of shortcuts still and hats everywhere, because why not? This part lasts for like not that long, and then you're back to Mr. Laser Make Laser guy again, but it lasts for a while. And then later, you get to see him again, but you'll be seeing him later. Not now, later. You'll see. It'll happen, trust me. So then after that whole entire shotgun part, you're met with the shark boss fight, and you got the shark who's just flying around, dropping nukes on you, and shooting, trying to swim into you, and all that fun stuff. But what's better than a shark? It's a shark with 4 legs and a circle head, because yes. Remember the wiggly shark? You missed him. Now you got to deal with the weird shark with 4 legs, because sharks have legs now. But yeah, you shoot your laser at him for a while, then he flies up, drops another bomb on you from RNG or something, and then you just keep on shooting him until he's all out of health, and then you get abducted by the aliens to get brought somewhere else. So this is the next spot you show up at, because you're in a factory or an alien spaceship or something still, because yes, this place adds a whole lot of new stuff. Like, you got the bounce pads, and you got the weird laser beams that pull you places, and you got these gravity changing things, because yes, you need anti-gravity changing things in the space area, because why not? You just one day you're just walking along, I want a different gravity, just touch one of those blocks and you'll win. Next up, you got the boss that's literally a ball of light that you have to take off the case, and then he grows another case, then you shoot that case off, and you try not to get hit by all the stuff that's falling from the sky. Now, personally, I don't know why all the stuff's falling out of the sky, or why this ball of light is trying to kill me, but don't even worry about it. It's not a big deal. As you can see from those plus signs, they bend the way your laser moves, which makes it significantly harder to shoot it directly, and that's part of the challenge. So yeah, if you like challenge, there you go, add some plus signs that are actually magnets. Woo! And next up, you obviously got the side-scrolling shoot 'em up type thing where you shoot those weird flying alligators and then you shoot the other alligators, and you don't want to fall off because then you die and you don't want to die. Then you got the laser lizard guys and you got other alligators. It's pretty self-explanatory, just don't die. And also, it's worth noting that when you kill these two mice, one of them just becomes ascended or something and starts shooting bombs at you in these projectiles and weird light rays. Like, look at that. That's like, I don't even know what that is, but that's the final part of the side scroller. Then you're all done. Yay! Love side scrollers. After all this stuff I've already went over, there's, you open more stuff. Like, you got the more boss fights. Like, you got this guy who shoots a laser out of his face. And then you also got more, like, levels for you to just jetpack through and whatnot. Of course, because, yes. So I'm not going to keep telling you every single thing that happens in the game, or else you probably won't want to get it, because you'll know everything that happens. So I'm going to go over the different methods of movement that you can get throughout the game, like this guy where you just click and he kind of gravitates towards wherever you click, like a little swingy rope web that you can fly around on, because yes, you always need the swingy rope web. I don't know why, but you do, just classic. You fly and then you do the thing and it's great. It's all good. Yeah. And then after all that, you get this cake, which you can use to roll through stuff, which is pretty cool, because now you can break stuff. But, the intro to this world is kind of weird. You should probably take a look at it.
Delicious muffin.
So yeah, that was weird. Anyways, moving on. Next up, you got this guy who, when you shoot the ground, he just paints it so you can see the walls, which is important. Cause you kind of need to go, you need to go know where you're going. Cause if you don't know where you're going, then you don't make the thing. So yeah, that's all there is for that, really. So the next thing you are in this game is this weird lizard that you use by slapping around and making him fly. The story of this is that he was picked up by the evil guy and thrown into the trash, and that's kind of depressing. But he also has some magic control schemes, because he is able to be hit while in air, and when he is hit, he is stopped. Which means you can do something as incredible as this. You can make him fly! Like the little lizard he is. He just flies around, and it's all great. But yeah, so basically you just do the slap thing, and then he just flies, and it's all good. And now there's one more transportation, one more change that your character goes through. And this isn't the same guy the whole time, by the way. They're all different people. But you get merged with Football Player Man to make Laser/Shotgun Man. He has two guns instead of one gun. You use the left click and you use the laser, and you use the right click and you use the shotgun. And this allows you to go higher than you could before, obviously, because now you have the propulsion of two guns instead of one gun. So yeah, that's basically the whole game. I can tell you more, but that would just be basically just me telling you about the whole entire game, and you probably don't want me to do that. So I'm not going to do that. So yeah, on to the rating. So first up, for the gameplay, I personally thought the gameplay in this game was quite nice. It had a nice mix of auto-scrollers, all of which were pretty nice and fun, like this one shown on the screen where you have to run over the bombs to hit the guy that's chasing you with the weird knife things. And then you also got the other one where you're flying around through space shooting lasers at people. Also, you got the normal levels, and you also got the boss levels, which are a nice interlude. I'm also going to consider cutscenes for gameplay, because the cutscenes were pretty well laid out in the fact that you can skip over them, but most of the time I don't, because generally speaking they're pretty funny, and it gives me a good chuckle, Just good old chuckle. I give the gameplay of this game like a 9 out of 10 because, you know, there's sometimes when like in this auto scroller for instance, sometimes I would just like glitch out and stuff wouldn't work. So yeah, it's obviously not perfect. There's nothing that's perfect ever at all. So yeah, just have fun with it. It's a good game. Yeah. Next up is the soundtrack, and obviously the soundtrack is part of what makes a game good. So for this, I would give it like a 10 out of 10 because it's a retro type soundtrack, and I love the retro songs. They're pretty good, and yeah, it's just something that really made me feel good. Yeah, I like the Super Mario and the Mega Man soundtracks and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's all good. I give, yeah, 10 out of 10. I'm not really taking this rating seriously. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. It's the rating in my book. Probably most of the games I review will be pretty good scored everywhere. But yeah, onto the third and final section. Now, my last and final section of focus will be difficulty because, you know, sometimes difficulty and gameplay are in like a different section for me because they just seem like two different things that you'd have to like talk about differently, because you know, gameplay can be fun but it doesn't have to be perfect difficulty. Like, this game doesn't have hard difficulty for the platforming spots. There's just a few this kind of difficult spots, and then after that it's fine. Like, you're easily able to get through it after a while just with trial and error. But then the boss fights can be really hard sometimes. So it varies what you like in a video game for your difficulty to be. I rate it like a 7 out of 10 because I would have liked the actual like platformy parts to be slightly harder, but you know, nothing's perfect. I still enjoyed the gameplay though. So yeah. So this game gets a total scoring of 26 out of 30 for me. In the future, we're going to be reviewing more and more games because making this video has been real fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Soon in the future, I'll probably think of some more sections I can review on because I had some trouble thinking of a third one, to be honest. But you know, it's all fine and good and dandy, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little spiel about a game, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.